Here in a second. I have to tell you, because it's required of me, that as unlikely as the need of it may be, there is an emergency exit somewhere behind that. It's just it's difficult to see the sign. We thought we'd announce it, so there is an emergency exit back there. Of course, there's no photos, and if you turn down and silence your beepers, pagers, cell phones, and other electronic gear that I'm sure everyone has, it'll make for a more enjoyable evening. The next show here by Theater X is a revival of their play Jazz, which is, they turned this room into a facsimile of the 1950s Milwaukee Jazz Club. Some of the best jazz musicians in Milwaukee come and perform and actually serve you drinks like they used to in the 50s. And so you don't have to go up to the bar and bring your drinks back. That's a great show. And it's in April. It's a 6-week run. It was very successful 5 years ago when it first played. And in addition to the music, there are stories and narratives and memories by the musicians and aficionados of the period that are given over to you by the actors. That's in April. Theater X also is more than happy to accept any donations that you may have to give, however large or small, and also donations of time, maybe members of the board, and people to stuff envelopes, whatever you're willing to give. That's all I have to say. So enjoy and welcome to the Apollo of Bellac.
Is this the office of Great and Small Inventors?
Yes?
I would like to see the president.
What kind of invention do you have? Great? Middle size?
I'm sorry, what?
Small? That would be the assistant secretary to the third vice president. Come back on Tuesday.
Why do you assume her invention is a small one?
Who are you?
The main characteristic of an inventor is modesty. Pride is the invention of non-inventors. And in addition to the characteristic modesty of a creator, this young woman also has the appealing modesty of her gender.
Thanks, but
So how can you assume she isn't bringing us the invention that will change the world finally?
Oh, for world changing, it's the second vice president. Mondays, 10 to 12.
Today is Tuesday.
Now, how can I help that?
So all humanity is waiting in anguish for the discovery that will finally use the gravitational forces of the stars to cure their aching feet. And when we have every reason to believe that Miss
Agnes,
Miss Agnes has this discovery, you tell her to come back on Monday.
Look, I have to ask you to be quiet.
I will not be quiet. I'm quiet on Mondays. Or the all-purpose vegetable. 5 continents are crying out for the all-purpose vegetable, which will put an end to the ridiculous specialization of the turnip, the leek, and the string bean, and which will be at the same time bread, meat, wine, and coffee, which will also be equally good for producing cotton, potassium, ivory, and wool. The all-purpose vegetable which Benjamin Franklin couldn't and Einstein didn't dare to imagine. Sir, inside that purse which she is clutching with understandable anxiety to her lovely bosom, the seeds of the all-purpose vegetable are waiting for one signal from your president to burst into bloom in the world, and you say, come back on Monday.
No, really?
Well, if you want an appointment for Monday,
She doesn't want an appointment for Monday.
well then she can go jump in the lake.
What?
I said she can go jump in the lake. Is that clear?
It's perfectly clear. As clear as it was to Columbus when they told him to get lost.
Oh, excuse me, the first vice president wants me.
Thank you, but I'm not the inventor of the all-purpose vegetable.
I know. I am.
I'm just looking for a job, that's all.
As a typist?
Not really.
Shorthand?
What's that?
Bookkeeping, filing, proofreading. What's your specialty?
I don't think I have a specialty.
What are your skills? Good looks? Sexiness? Devotion? Sweetness? Naivete?
You're getting warmer.
Then you have a promising career ahead of you.
No, I don't. Because men,
What about me?
they make me very nervous.
This receptionist makes you nervous?
Well, all men. Receptionists, presidents, janitors, security guards. All they have to do is look at me and I feel like I've just been caught shoplifting.
He's been caught shoplifting. Maybe it's their clothes, the suits, the uniforms.
No, I'm just as nervous on the beach when they're not even wearing pants.
Maybe you don't like that. Maybe it's that.
No, I like them. I like the way their eyes are like dogs and their hairiness and their big feet and the special organs they have that make a woman melt. For example, their Adam's apple when they swallow. But then they start to talk to me and I get very nervous.
You want me to tell you the secret?
Of what?
Of not getting nervous with men. Out of getting whatever you want out of them. Out of making the directors jump and the presidents kneel and offer you diamonds.
Is there such a secret?
One full proof.
And you're going to tell me, even though you're a man.
Ignore it, and you'll have a hard time on this earth. Remember it, and you'll be the empress of the world.
Oh, are you going to tell me?
Is anyone else listening?
No one.
Tell him he's handsome.
You mean flatter them? Tell them that they're handsome, intelligent, kind.
No, just handsome. For intelligence and kindness, they can shift for themselves. Tell them they're handsome.
All of them?
All. The fools, the wise men, the modest, the vain, the young, the old. Say to the professor, he'll give you an A. Say to the butcher, he'll give you a steak. You say to the president here, and he'll give you a job.
You can't just say that to a man without knowing him.
Not true. Say it right away before he's had a chance to open his mouth.
In front of other people?
In front of crowds. The more witnesses, the better.
But what if they're not beautiful? And most of them aren't, you know. How can I just say that they are?
Yes. Are you telling me that you're prejudiced against the ugly, the pimply, the crippled, the fat? You want to get on in this world? Tell them they're handsome.
Will they believe it?
They'll believe it because they've known it all along. Every man, even the ugliest one, feels deep in his heart that he has a hidden relationship with beauty. To tell him he's handsome, he'll only hear outwardly the voice he's been listening to. And the ones who have the hardest time believing him will be the most grateful. However ugly they thought they were, the minute they find a woman who thinks they're handsome, they'll clamber to their hearts with steel hooks. She's the magic mirror on the wall, the princess of enchantment. Whenever you see a woman who can't go anywhere without a mob of admirers, it's not so much because they think she's beautiful, because in some way, she's told them they are.
So there are women who already know this secret.
They only half know it, so they mix it up and they miss the point. They tell the hunchback that he's generous, or the googly-eyed man that he's strong. There's no profit in that. I once saw a woman throw away a cool $1 million because she told a club-footed lover that he has a jaunty step. All he really wanted to hear was, you know what. So let's get to work. The president is always in for people who tell him he's handsome.
I'd better come back. I'm going to practice first. I have a cousin who's not bad looking. I'll practice on him and then I'll come back.
We practice here, on the receptionist.
That troll?
That troll is perfect. After that, the vice president, I know him, he'll be even better practice. After that, the president.
Yes, sir. I'll do it right away, sir.
And another thing, get back here!
Yes, sir. I'm coming.
I can't.
Start with this mustache.
Who is it?
What difference does it make? It's a man. He wants to hear it.
It has a beard.
Start with anything you like. The lamp, the chair.
They're not male.
With that fly on the desk, see? He's listening.
Is it male?
Certainly, talk. Tell him.
How handsome he is.
No, tell the fly.
How handsome you are.
See? He's twirling his mustache. Go on more. What's a fly especially vain about?
His wings. His eyes.
That's good, tell
How beautiful your wings are, beautiful fly. They sparkle in the sun like jewels, and your eyes, they're so big, so sad, so sensitive.
Come on! Shoo him away now. Here comes the receptionist.
He won't let go.
Of course not.
You're bow-legged. It's gone.
See?
How handsome you are.
What?
I said, how handsome you are.
You do this often.
This is the first time in my life that I've ever...
Call the beast handsome. Thanks for the compliment, but why?
You're right. I shouldn't have said handsome. I should have said beautiful. No, listen, I don't judge a face by the shape of the nose or the line of the eyebrows. It's the whole ensemble.
Oh, so what you're saying is my features are ugly, but they go together well, is that it?
I deserve that.
No, don't get emotional. Look, I know how young people are. You say whatever comes into your head and you don't think about the consequences. Look, I know you meant what you said, but why did you have to say it that way?
Did I say it wrong? I do think that you're handsome, and that's what I've said. Is there something wrong with that?
Well, I'm not handsome. And I know women. Even if there were something good about my face, they'd never notice it. But what is attractive about me? My face? No. My figure? Hardly. Only my shadow. But of course, you didn't notice that.
Your shadow? Are you serious? When you turn those pages, When you walked into the vice president's office, didn't your shadow do those things with you? How could I not notice this beautiful shadow?
You only see it now because I called your attention to it.
Well, you can believe that if you want to. The fact is, I thought I was looking at you, and the whole time I was actually seeing your shadow.
Then you shouldn't have said, what a handsome man. You should have said, what a handsome shadow.
After this, I'll never say another word about it.
No, don't be mad. Look, I'm an old man, and I have a right to warn you. Now, I have a daughter your age, and I know how young girls are. Now, one day they see a handsome shadow catches their eye. And silly creatures that they are, all of a sudden they think the man himself is handsome. Oh, I'm not saying it isn't a rare thing, a handsome shadow. Trust me, it lasts. You lose your hair, you lose your skin, but your shadow stays with you your whole life. Even longer, they say. But these scatterbrains confuse the shadow with the man. And if the man is a fool and believes them, oh, it's all over for everybody. Ruin their lives completely, the nitwits. No, sweetheart, listen to an old man. You can't live with a shadow.
How handsome you are.
You know why? It's because when I get angry, I show my teeth. And the fact is, they're rather good teeth. My dentist says they're perfect. Well, no credit to me. No, I do eat right. Anyway, excuse me, the first vice president wants me. You stay right here. I'll bring him out to see you right away. I have to say that you're my niece.
How handsome your shadow is when it leans over like that. It's like Rodin's thinker.
No, that's enough. You were my daughter, I'd give you a slap on the fatty.
It's a start.
A bad one. I'm better with flies.
It's because in your mind, beauty is something to touch. Admiring the sky for you is wanting to touch it. My way, it's not your hands that have to act, or your cheek, or your lips. It's your brain.
But that was close. I almost lost him.
As he almost had you in your shadow. You're not ready for the vice president, not yet.
Oh, what am I going to do? He's coming right out.
Practice. Practice on me.
Tell you that I think you're handsome?
Is that so hard?
Not at all,
Think
except,
before you speak.
you're not so bad when you're teasing me like this.
Very poor. Only when I tease you? The rest of the time I'm not handsome?
No, always.
Sadly, you're thinking in the abstract.
And with you, there's a bit of the concrete too.
Oh, that's very good.
The mass of your body is beautiful. The outline is beautiful. Your face doesn't matter that much.
Your face doesn't matter?
No more than the face of Rodin's thinker.
Well, in that case, it's my feet that are the most important thing. Look, Agnes, these comparisons to famous statues are nice, but Rodin's thinker, is that the only one that you know?
The Venus de Milo. She won't be much use with men.
You never know, anyway. We should expand your repertoire. Forget the thinker. Michelangelo's David's good, or is Moses. But best of all, the Apollo of Bellac.
The Apollo of Bellac.
It's perfect, it doesn't exist.
Well, what does it look like?
A little like me, I think. I'm from Bellac. It's a small town, there's a
But they
little
say that
planet.
men from Bellac are so ugly. How did you turn out so handsome?
Oh, well, my father was a very handsome man, and he... Oh, very good! Oh!
No, you're the one who taught me this secret. I can never be anything but honest with you.
By George, she's got it. Here he comes.
The vice president will be right out.
Oh,
No, don't worry, dear. You can see a shadow like his any day. In the zoo.
help. I can't breathe.
Practice
Practice on what?
on anything that comes.
Oh, my little cup. How handsome.
No, not with your hands.
It makes it
chandelier. You can't touch that.
How handsome you are, my little chandelier. No, my grand chandelier. What? Only when your lights are on. Oh, don't say that. Other chandeliers, yes. Street lamps, neon signs, but not you. You're full of sunshine. You're the chandelier of the sun. A desk lamp has to be turned on, but not you. You're brilliant just the way you are. As beautiful as a galaxy of stars. No, much more beautiful. A galaxy of stars flickering in the universe is just an imitation of a chandelier, but you're a creature of crystal glass with arms of ivory and gold, a living miracle.
Bravo!
Young lady? I can give you exactly 2 minutes. Why are you looking at me like that? Do I remind you of someone?
On the contrary,
What do you mean on the contrary?
well, I expected to see a vice president all hunched over and paunchy and bald. And then, all of a sudden, I see you.
I am what I am.
You're so handsome.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
You said I was handsome. I heard you. Don't tell me you didn't. I'm shocked to hear it. It can't be true, what you said. Or wouldn't some woman have told me or before this?
Oh, they're all idiots.
Who are you calling idiots, miss? My mother? My sister? My niece?
Mr. Vice President, a friend of mine knows one of your directors, Mr. LePetera.
Never mind, Mr. LePetera. We're discussing my attractiveness. I'm an expert on dreams. I'm the one here who works with people who can only invent while they're asleep. And I've been able to extract from their dreams such extraordinary inventions as the book that reads itself and the adjustable martini. Wonders of modern science that would have remained mere figments of the imagination if it weren't for my work. If you had come to me in a dream and told me I was handsome, I would have understood you immediately. But we're awake. Or aren't we? Let me pinch myself. Let me pinch you now. So we're not dreaming. Now, why did you tell me I was handsome? To get something from me. That would be mean. To make fun of me? I know you look kind. Your lips are attractive.
I
You have
said
a...
it because you are handsome. If your mother says that you're ugly, I can't help that.
Well, ugly is a harsh word. I can't let you think my mother was harsh. And even as a child, she said I had the hands of an artist.
Or if your niece thinks that Brad Pitt is better looking.
My niece is not an imbecile. Just yesterday at dinner, she said that my eyebrows could have been drawn by El Greco.
Or if your sister thinks
My
that...
sister has never fully admitted that I'm handsome, no. But she always said there was something extraordinary about my face. A friend of hers, a history teacher, said that it's because from certain angles, I resemble the famous Ludovico Sforza. Who's the ruler of Milan during the Renaissance? Leonardo da Vinci's patron?
Oh, Ludovico Sforza. No. The Apollo of Bellac. Yes.
The Apollo of Bellac?
Don't you think? I mean, objectively.
If you think so, maybe just a little. But I think I'm more the Ludovico Sforza type. I've seen engravings that have
Well,
a
when I say the Apollo of Bellac, of course, I mean the Apollo of Bellac in a beautiful suit. I'm a very frank person. I say what I think, and Mr. Vice President, you have the fault of all really handsome men. You don't know how to dress.
What a thing to say! And this from a girl who tells every man she meets he's handsome.
No, I've only said it to 2 men in my life, and you're the second.
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
The board of directors are on the way up. It's time for the meeting.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, my dear, there's a meeting that requires me, but I would love to continue this interesting conversation. Will you have lunch with me later?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Oh, you know, my secretary is impossible. I'm having her transferred to the sales department, and I hear you're an excellent typist.
I don't type. I play the piano.
Ah, excellent. That's a rare talent. And you take dictation?
Yes, in longhand.
Yeah, that's the best way. A person has time to think. Would you like to be my secretary?
Yes, on one condition.
Are you giving your prospective employer a condition?
On condition that you never wear that coat again. Your wonderful shoulders are lost in it.
Well, I do have a nice blue suit. It's a summer suit. It's a little light for the season.
Well, I love blue. Of course it's up to you.
I'll wear it tomorrow. Now, don't forget, lunch.
Well,
Not bad.
I kept my hands behind my back the entire time. I could hardly move my fingers.
The other flies are coming. Back to work.
On the first one?
On all of them.
Agnes, the board of directors. Mr. Cratcherton.
How handsome he is.
Nice girl.
Mr. LePedra.
Oh, hello, my dear. You look so happy.
That's because you're so handsome.
Oh. Who says so?
Your wife's friend, Mrs. Giraudoux, for one. She thinks you're gorgeous.
She does. Mrs. Giraudoux. Well, give her my love if you see her, and tell her I'll call her. Her husband is really doing very poorly. We have got to look out for her. Is she still at the same address?
Yes. And I will tell her you're as handsome as ever.
Well, don't exaggerate. Delightful girl.
Mr. Mazamuto. And Mr. Schultz.
How handsome he is.
Excuse me?
To which of us are you referring?
All you have to do is look at each other and you'll know the answer.
Lovely girl.
Wonderful girl.
Does your mother realize the stork delivered quite a prize the day he left you on the family tree?
Does your dad appreciate that you are merely super great? The miracle of any century.
If they don't just send them both to me.
You must have been a beautiful baby. You must have been a wonderful child. When you were only starting to go to kindergarten, I'll bet you drove the little girls wild. And when it came to winning blue ribbons, you must have shown the other kids how.
I could see the judge's eyes as they handed you the prize.
I'll bet you made the cutest bow. Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby. 'Cause baby, look at you now one more time. You must have been a beautiful baby. 'Cause baby, look at you now. Oh, yeah. Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby, 'cause baby, look at you now. Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby, 'cause baby, look at you now.
You look sad. Am I doing it badly?
You're doing it much too well. unleash the devil.
I feel a little like Frankenstein.
Agnes, Mr. President.
Are you the cause of all of this?
My name is Agnes.
Agnes, until this morning, this organization, which I run, has been steeped in gloom, and jealousy, and suspicion. And now, my receptionist, normally a somber creature, is making shadow figures on the wall. My first vice president, a man whose reputation for stuffiness has never been seriously challenged, insists on attending the board of directors meetings with his coat worn off the shoulder. And the table in the boardroom, mirrors flash like springtime sunshine as Mr. Lepetera contemplates his Adam's apple, and Mr. Rezamuta stares with joy at his nose. How did all of this happen, Agnes? It's a miracle. What did you say to them?
How handsome you are.
Excuse me? What?
That's what I told them. How handsome you are.
You conveyed this with a wink, a smile, a little...
No, I said it in a loud, clear voice like this. How handsome you are.
I see. Like a child playing with a wind-up toy. No wonder my little mechanical soldiers are quivering with joie de vivre.
All in favor?
Do you know what that's for? And Mr. Rezamuta proposed a three-way mirror in the men's room. Must have passed. Agnes, thank you.
It was nothing really.
But what about the president? How is it you don't tell the president?
How handsome he is?
He's not worth the trouble, I suppose?
Oh no, he is certainly worth the trouble.
Have you had enough male vanity for one morning?
Mr. President, you know the reason as well as I do.
No, I'm ignorant.
I don't need to tell you. You are handsome.
Would you mind repeating that?
You're handsome.
Take a minute to think, Agnes. This is serious. Are you sure that you mean to you I seem handsome?
Oh, you don't seem handsome. You are handsome.
Would you be willing to repeat that in front of witnesses? In front of my receptionist? Take a minute to think. A lot depends on your answer. I have a series of decisions to make today, and the outcome depends on you. Do you need more time? Are you still of the opinion that I'm handsome?
Unquestionably. Yes, certainly.
Thank God. Miss Shepardont! Miss Shepardont, you've been my private secretary now for 3 years. And in 3 years, there has never been a single morning where the thought of finding you in my office hasn't made me nauseous. I wouldn't have put up with your meanness for 10 minutes if it had ever occurred to me that I was handsome, but because I thought I was ugly, I thought you were kind to even look at me. I thought your evil temper came from having to endure my ugliness. Because, to be honest now, I'm ugly, aren't I?
Oh, yes. A monkey.
Exactly. Now listen. It occurs to me that this young girl might be better qualified to see things accurately. Her pupils aren't red, her vision is clear, her focus direct. Agnes, how do I look?
You look beautiful. Very beautiful.
She's a fake!
Chevrolet, look again. Does this young woman's unbiased appraisal of my manly charms have any effect on your opinion?
Don't make me laugh. I have never heard such rubbish in my life.
Well, here's the problem that confronts me. I have the choice of spending my working hours with a frightful woman who thinks I'm hideous, or a ravishing one who thinks I'm handsome. What would you advise?
You want to replace me with a girl who is mentally ill?
Right away, if she wants the job.
She's lying to you. You won't get away with this, miss.
She has. I've made up my mind.
Ah. Well, maybe you forgot, but your fiancé is waiting for you in your office. I think she'd like to know about this, if you know what I mean.
She should know. Go tell her.
I will.
I'm very sorry.
Oh, my dear girl, you come to me like an angel, at the crucial moment of my life. I'm about to be engaged to the woman with whose fury Chevredant is threatening me. Here's the engagement ring. It's a diamond. Do you like it?
How handsome it is.
That's amazing. I'm astonished. That's the same tone of voice you used when you said that about me. Are there any flaws in the diamond? Or is it big enough?
It's beautiful. Like you.
I'm about to become a bit less beautiful. Here's Therese. Therese, may I introduce?
Oh, there's no need to introduce us. You can go, miss.
Agnes is staying, my dear. She's replacing Chevredant.
Agnes? She's Agnes already?
Why not?
And why is Agnes replacing Chevredant?
Because she thinks I'm handsome.
Are you going crazy?
No, becoming handsome.
Do you remember what you looked like this morning?
This morning I was a man with a sick-looking face and rotten teeth. That's the way you saw.
I don't see any difference.
Yes, but Agnes sees me too, and I prefer her eyesight. At least I'm hoping that while under your gaze, she still finds me handsome.
Oh yes, when you're so animated, you're even more handsome.
What nerve!
Did you hear that? When I'm animated, I'm even more handsome.
He reminds you of a Cellini, or a Donatello, or a Michelangelo?
No, he has a more classic look. The Apollo of Bellac.
There's no such thing. What an incredible woman!
What an incredible woman indeed. Has it ever occurred to you, Therese, why women were put on this earth? Were they torn from our ribs in order to make our lives a torment? Obviously not. They're here to tell us we're handsome. The ones who say it the most often are the ones who are the most beautiful. Agnes says I'm handsome. It's because she's beautiful. You say I'm ugly. Well, I have to face facts. You're grotesque.
Who is this maniac?
Excuse the interruption, but when you hear an argument that goes straight to the heart of the human condition, it's impossible not to applaud. Ever since Adam and Eve, Samson and Delilah, Anthony and Cleopatra, the man-woman question has driven a big wedge between men and women. If we can solve that problem as it appears we can, it'll be an immense benefit to the human race.
And you think we're getting somewhere with that today? You don't think the ultimate solution could wait till tomorrow?
The president poses the problem so beautifully.
So beautifully.
The beautiful man poses a beautiful problem, huh, miss?
I didn't say that. I can say it though. I say what I think.
You're a liar.
You will not insult Agnes
She insulted me.
by calling me handsome. Does that insult you?
Agnes told the president the truth. Just like Delilah told it to Samson, just like Cleopatra told it to Caesar. And the truth is that all men are beautiful, and they're always beautiful. And the woman who tells them that is not lying.
So I'm the liar.
It is because you don't see clearly. To see the beauty of men, you have to watch them breathe and move. Each one has his beauty. His beauties. His beauty of body. The way the heavy ones hold the ground down so powerfully. And the light ones, they hang so nicely from the sky. His beauty of function. The hunchback at the top of Notre Dame is a masterpiece of Gothic sculpture. All you have to do is get him up there. And last but not least, his beauty of the basement. The plumber has the beauty of a plumber. And the president has the beauty of a president. The only problem is when these beauties get confused, and the plumber has the beauty of a president, and the president has the beauty of a plumber.
But that's not the case here.
No, his is more the beauty of a garbage man.
Therese, I know you think I also have some good physical qualities.
You're ugly.
Oh, shut up.
You're ugly. My entire being cries it to you. This girl, whatever her motives are, has the ability to force her lips to whisper lies to you. But every part of me, my heart, my lungs, my arms, my eyes, it all cries the truth to you. My legs.
There! She's finally confessed.
Why are you all against me? What did I confess?
Your fault, your crime. How can you expect him to be beautiful when you and his entire surroundings keep repeating to him that he is ugly.
My surroundings. Now I understand.
Oh, what do you understand?
Why I always feel embarrassed, not only in your presence, but in the presence of everything that belongs to you. Your clothes, your things. I see your skirt on the back of a chair, and my spine shrinks 3 inches. How can I maintain my true dimensions? I see your stockings on a dresser, and it tells me that my knees are bony and my ankles are fat, so I stumble and trip over my own feet. Your nail file on the dresser tells me that my fingers are fat, so my gestures are clumsy. What do you expect from me in bed, then, when I know I'm so ugly? And the pendulum on your onyx clock that reminds me of every passing second, and the statuette of the dying Gaul above the fireplace. No wonder I'm always cold when I'm by the fire. It's the dying Gaul telling me over and over again how ugly I am. And now that I see it, he's on his way out. When I get home tonight...
Don't you touch my dying Gaul!
He's going into the garbage, along with that statuette of the shepherd boy, whose legs insult mine, and that Arab dancer whose tight belly sneers at mine, and those directoire chairs with the scratchy seats that remind me that my butt is big enough...
Those chairs belong to my grandmother!
Well, now they belong to the garbage. Agnes, what are your chairs covered with?
My chairs? Yellow satin.
Thank you, satin. What statues are on your table?
On my table, there's only flowers. Today it's roses.
Thank you, roses. Thank you, carnations. Thank you, daisies. What's above your fireplace?
A mirror.
Thank you, mirrors. Thank you, reflections. Thank you, everything that reproduces my image and my voice. Thank you, echoes.
I warn you, if you so much as touch my things, I'm leaving you for good.
Whatever you like.
So this is my reward now, for giving you, without reservation, my life and all my skills. Did I ever make the bed so the wool touched your skin? Did I ever burn a meal I cooked for you? Did I ever give you coffee without cream? Thanks to me, you are one of the few men in the world whose handkerchiefs are always clean, socks always new, who always has the right tie and the right winter coat, who never has a spot on his shirt. How do you think you've managed to look respectable?
Answer me one question. Do you say I'm ugly because you think I'm ugly? Or to get revenge on me for something I said to you?
Because you're ugly.
Very well, go on.
Then this woman appears. One look at her and you can see what will happen to the poor man who marries her. The slippers with the inside soles all curled. Oh, the arguments in bed every night over who gets the newspaper. The pajamas without buttons. The headaches without aspirin. The shower without towels. The water without lemon.
Agnes, one question. Do you say I'm handsome because you think I'm handsome, or to make fun of me?
Because you're handsome.
I'm telling the truth. You think he's handsome because you know he's rich.
If he were the richest man in the world, I would still think he was handsome.
And you. Marry her if she thinks you're so handsome. What are you waiting for?
Nothing. I'm proposing to her right now. Jesus also loved the common people.
He's yours with my compliments. If you want to listen to him snoring every night.
You snore? How wonderful. I can't sleep unless there's noise.
If you like robbing me
They give a like character.
and his face, I suppose you're going to say he has the brow of an aristocrat.
No,
No!
the brow of a king.
I give up! Goodbye. I would rather live in a world where ugliness exists.
Take your things with you, and your negative spirit, and your negative eyes. So, Agnes, in hopes of a happier future, accept this diamond. For me, one life has ended, and another has just begun. Excuse me, I have to go speak with my board of directors. Telephone the florist. I want all the roses they have. Agnes, give me a hug. Is that too hard for you?
Just as it's hard for me to look at my diamond. It's too overwhelming.
You've made me the happiest man on earth.
Handsomest.
Good job, husband, diamond. I'm finished, Agnes. You don't need anything else.
Yes, I do.
You're insatiable.
Look at me. Have I changed?
You look a bit fatter.
It's your fault. Your method brings me anything I want, but why am I telling men who aren't beautiful that they're beautiful? What I really want to do is tell someone who is truly beautiful, that he's the most beautiful man in the world.
And touch him, maybe? Just a little?
To touch him.
There's the Apollo of Bellac.
He doesn't exist.
You want too much? What difference does it make? He's pure beauty.
I can't picture something I can't touch, you know that.
Well, suppose he came to you not in the traditional manner. In the guise of an ordinary man.
Like you?
Thank you. Just like me, yes. What if the God of beauty really did come and visit you this morning? Maybe it's true. Where did this power in you come from? This emotion, this sense of oppression? What if the God of beauty really revealed himself to you? I'm standing before you now, and in all my truth, in all my radiance. Look at me, Agnes. The Apollo of Bellac.
I have to close my eyes to see you, right?
Very perceptive, yes, unfortunately.
What do you look like? Tell me.
My height is 1.5 times the height of a human. My head is small and weighs 1/7 of my body weight. The idea of the right angle came to mathematicians from my shoulders. And the idea of the bow came to Diana from my eyebrows. I am naked. And the idea of breastplates came to goldsmiths from this nudity.
You have wings on your heels, don't you?
You know, you're thinking of Hermes?
I'm starting to see you. I don't see your eyes or your feet.
As for the eyes, it's good that you don't see them, for the eyes of beauty are implacable. My eyeballs are white and my pupils are hollow. The idea of death came to men from my eyes. But the feet of beauty are magical. They never walk. They never touch the ground. They never get dirty. They're never bound by shoes. The toes are slender. The idea of symmetry came to artists from my toes. Do you see me finally?
No. We have bad eyes. They weren't meant to see the God of beauty. We destroy them. You're playing a cruel game.
But your heart sees me.
I'm not so sure. Don't count on me too much, God of beauty. You know, I live a very insignificant life. My days are very humdrum. Every time I go up to my room, I have to climb 5 flights of stairs in dingy light and the smell of grease. Going to work or coming home to sleep, those 5 flights are waiting for me. And the loneliness. Sometimes, happily, there's a cat waiting by my door. I pet it for a minute. There's an empty beer bottle in the hallway. I smell gas. I tell the manager. There's a place I lose my balance and I grab for the railing like some lucky person on a cruise ship. That's my life. It's made of shadows and mashed flesh, a little bit bruised. That's my consciousness, a stairwell. So if I hesitate to see where you are, it's because I have very little, and so I have to defend myself.
But you're going to be the Empress of the world, Agnes.
Yes. My staircase will be new and full of light with monogrammed rugs made out of velvet and windows and fresh air and flowers everywhere and no sagging steps to trip me up. To climb those steps with you would be just as hard as it is now. Go away, colored beauty, and don't come back. You were just some handsome man with a thick human body. It would give me such a joy to take you in my arms. I would love that so much. But you're too brilliant, too grand for my staircase, and the man I can't hold on the stairs is not the man for me. I'll look at my diamond instead. It's like having an elevator. Go away, Paula. Disappear when I open my eyes.
Well, if I disappear, you'll see a mediocre person like yourself, with eyeballs and skin.
That's my lot. I prefer it. Let me hold you while you disappear.
Apollo's gone.
And I'm going.
How handsome you are.
Agnes.
How beautiful life would be with someone who can see beauty in the mediocre. You let me see that, and you think I'm going to marry the president?
He's a good man. And he's rich. Goodbye.
You'll be rich too. I'll order him to buy your invention. The all-purpose vegetable. Stay.
I haven't got it right yet. The roots won't take. I'll come back when I've got it perfect.
Promise.
I promise. The day I perfect it, we'll plant it together.
I'll buy the garden.
Agnes? Good news. The board of directors is so thrilled that the question of the battle of the sexes has finally been resolved that they've offered to take up that rayon rug in the stairwell and have it replaced with a painting of a Persian carpet. It's their engagement present to us. Are you alone? Where's your friend?
He just left.
Well, call him back. He's got to have lunch with us. Do you know his name?
Just his first name. Apollo?
Apollo! Gentlemen, help me. We can't just let him run off like that. Apollo!